Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Video hier auf meinem Kanal. Heute reden wir über unsere Begegnung mit dem O-Block, beziehungsweise wir reden über Chicago. Ich habe mir hier ein paar Notizen gemacht, wo wir überhaupt waren, weil mein Cousin hat mir gesagt, komm, ich mache mit euch eine Sightseeing-Tour. Kevin war dabei und wir sind dann zusammen nach Engelwood gefahren. Ich hatte keine Ahnung, wo wir sind. Kevin hatte auch gar keine Ahnung, wo wir sind. Er meinte, Bro, wir gehen zum O-Block. O-Block war mir schon ein Begriff, aber ich dachte mir, Digga, wohin verführt er uns? Also, ich sag euch nur so, wie es ist. Als ich zum ersten Mal in O-Block war, ich dachte, ich bin im Knast. Es war alles eingezäunt, alles war mit so komischen roten Backsteinen gebaut. Es sah auf jeden Fall nicht willkommen aus. Und ich habe mich ein bisschen schlau gemacht und habe mir gedacht, okay, ich erzähle euch mal ein bisschen über O-Block und ich erzähle euch mal, was ihr auf jeden Fall nicht machen solltet. Genau. O-Block liegt in Chicago, in Engelwood und genau, es gilt als gefährlichstes Block in Chicago auf jeden Fall, aber auch in der ganzen Welt. Und es ist das kriminellste, was die USA zu bieten hat. Ja. Wir waren auch in LA, wir dachten, da ist schon Ende im Gelände, aber jetzt, da ich mich ein bisschen schlau gemacht habe, habe ich mir gedacht, ey, wir hatten echt Glück. Okay, woher kommt der Name O-Block? 2011 wurde ein Junge namens Perry erschossen und genau, sein Name wurde verewigt. Deswegen O für seinen Vorname, O-Block, und seitdem der Drill Rap so bekannt ist, Lil Durk, Chief Keef, King Von, das sind alles Rapper aus dem O-Block. Und sie nennen es auch in den Songs so und seitdem ist es so bekannt geworden. Genau. Dann gibt es einen komischen Dude namens 6ix9ine, der dort gepostet hat. Und genau 5 Minuten später, nachdem er das Video veröffentlicht hat, ich spiele das auch mal kurz ein, war der ganze Block anwesend und haben ihn gesucht. Und nachdem er einen Podcast gegeben hat und zugegeben hat, wie lange er da war, kam raus, dass er radikal 15 Sekunden da war und danach abgehauen ist, in seinem Van eingestiegen ist und bei der ersten Begegnung mit einem Auto, wo er ganz grimmig geguckt hat. Ja, jetzt müsst ihr euch vorstellen, 2 Berliner denken sich, wir gehen da hin, wir machen das schon. Ich gehe da rein, ich denke mir, like, meine Eier. Ich mache Mobilzeichen, ich gucke mich so um, als ob das meine Straße ist. Ich denke mir, ja, wallah gut. Genau, daraufhin hat mich mein Cousin kurz gepackt und gesagt, Bruder, ne, klar, hier, du bist mit mir, wir sind bewaffnet und so, aber ich habe gar keinen Bock hier zu sterben. Deswegen, hör mal auf mit deinen Gangzeichen, hör mal auf mit deinen Ballabactions, hör mal auf, hier ein bisschen Dings zu machen, weil hier ist wirklich ernst der Lage. Und gehört, wie schon gesagt, zu den gefährlichsten Nachbarschaften in den ganzen USA. Von 2011 bis 2014, ja, in weniger als 3 Jahren starben 19 Menschen durch Gang-Einflüssen. Und sehr viele davon waren sogar unschuldig, die nichts mit den Gangs zu tun haben, aber sie wurden einfach dennoch abgeknallt, weil sie einfach dabei waren. Genau, und nachdem diese Hip-Hop-Kultur da so groß geworden ist, haben sich die Gangs gegenseitig gebieft und mit den Toten geprahlt und so. Also die haben so Rap-Songs gemacht und dann haben sie so die Klamotten der Toten genommen, sie in den Videos gehalten, sie haben die Toten beleidigt. Genau, dieser Perry, sein Name ist ja verewigt worden, deswegen heißt der O-Block. Er wurde von einem Mädchen erschossen. Und dieses Mädchen, klingt erstmal komisch, ja, aber dieses Mädchen ist nicht gerade ohne. Sie hat 12 Menschen umgebracht in den darauffolgenden Jahren und wurde danach natürlich selber auch erschossen. geisteskrank, was da oben abgeht. Es ist wirklich unglaublich. Und wir waren dort und haben gepostet, als ob wir nichts wären. Deswegen kann ich euch nur empfehlen, wenn ihr dorthin geht, habt einen Grund, dorthin zu gehen. Genau, es könnte euer letztes Mal sein. Macht keine Gangzeichen dort. Ne? Ich weiß, normalerweise macht man sowas nicht, aber ich dachte mir, ich mach's. Und genau, passt auf die Kids dort auf. Die Kids sind alle bewaffnet. Und wenn du da das Falsche sagst, zu einem Jungen auf dem Fahrrad oder so, da wurde ich auch grimmig angeguckt und so. Und dann dachte ich mir, okay. Ja, der Blog weiß Bescheid, dass wir nicht von hier sind. Und genau, deswegen, die wissen ganz genau, wer dazugehört und wer nicht. Deswegen macht dort keine Faxen. Ihr müsst nicht dort prahlen, ihr müsst nicht dort mit dem teuersten Schmuck hingehen, weil ihr werdet abgezogen, außer ihr seid bewaffnet. Oder ihr habt einen großen Namen dort. Ihr kennt jemanden, der jemanden kennt. Und ja, das kann ich euch nur ans Herz legen. Auch wenn ihr es könnt, ne, geht bewaffnet dorthin, weil dort ist wirklich, die Area ist wirklich sehr, sehr kriminell, aber auch wenn du dorthin gehst, ist die Atmosphäre dort richtig so, du willst da einfach weg. So, wie lange waren wir dort? Ganz kurz, so 10 Minuten, haben dort Bilder gemacht und dann dachten wir auch, ey Digga, ich hab eigentlich gar keinen Bock mehr hier zu sein, weil ich habe das Gefühl, da kommen immer mehr Leute. Und ja, nachts zum Beispiel empfehle ich es euch gar nicht, das hat auch mein Cousin gesagt, guck mal, wir können dort nachts hin, aber warum sollten wir? Ne, wir müssen jetzt nicht irgendwie auf cool tun und so, weil die Area dort nachts ist natürlich katastrophal. Dort fangen die an zu dealen, Junkies kommen raus und ziehen Leute ab, was weiß ich nicht. Und genau, nachts wird es dort ein bisschen gefährlicher. Deswegen empfehle ich euch auch nicht, nachts dorthin zu gehen. Und genau, also wenn ihr dorthin geht, geht mit einem Auto hin, damit ihr auch schnell flüchten könnt. So wie es 6ix9ine gemacht hat. Genau. Ich hatte ein Gespräch mit einem OG aus dem Blog. Mein Cousin hat da ein paar Kontakte. Und danke nochmal an Farhan. Und dieses Gespräch blende ich euch ein. Wir waren in seiner Trap House, sagen die dort in Amerika. Es ist eigentlich so eine Wohnung, wo die Gangbang, also wo die mit Frauen schlafen, wo sie Drogen konsumieren, wo sie Waffen schmuggeln und so weiter. Natürlich ist das alles Fiktion, wir haben das alles nicht gesehen. Und genau, dort waren wir, haben ein cooles Gespräch geführt mit dem OG. Das blende ich euch jetzt ein. Und wenn ihr mehr Bock drauf habt, habe ich noch ein ganzes Interview, beziehungsweise einen ganzen Podcast vorbereitet für euch. Und das poste ich dann nächste Woche. Inshallah. Viel Spaß mit dem Video und gebt euch.
Engelwood, the east side. The east side became iconic. But mainly the inner city of Chicago. So he did bring you around somebody from actual inner city. But my character doesn't reflect it. I don't got the characteristics of what y'all see on YouTube and on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take y'all over there and we gonna stand right next to all of them. I'm gonna let y'all see them. How they over there like this. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking at y'all happy as hell. Y'all got the camera and shit. Yeah. That's the shit like he was telling y'all. He want me to y'all explain. That's the shit you gotta overcome. That's why y'all wanna know shit. Cause it's interesting, the conditions of the lifestyle is like, you know what I'm saying? That's why people curious to know. And to us, it'd be kind of more of a like comical life, because it's such a the norm. You hear a gunshot every other night or something. Somebody else might be like, what the fuck? And it's really, that's what is normal, saying what the fuck. We so fucked up, and it's happening so much that it's comical. They keep score on who killing each other, like it's a game. That's how unconsciously it's happening. That's how fast and unconsciously that niggas is in the neighborhood doing that shit to each other. Nobody ever gets a chance to even, it ain't even about making it out. Making it out is what y'all see. A lot of people don't mentally make it out. Yeah, like they stuck on them same corners. They don't even get to where me and you get. They didn't go to the edge. You know how y'all just went to the edge?
Yeah.
They don't go there. They didn't get to experience this.
But why?
No resources. Family fucked up. Mom probably a bad. Dad, uncle. It's all a bad. No resources. That's the simplest way I could put it.
So where's the state?
What's the state?
Well, why does nobody help? We went to old block.
Okay, how old are you?
23.
Okay, that's why you asking that. This shit is all a game, bro. Fuck the state, the government, this world. This shit is a game. Everything is a business. Everything's a business. Financial incentive. The shit is happening by design. So your question, why is they letting it happen, is a question of ignorance. It's like you don't know shit to even be asking that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they could get away with this shit in this big ass world full of people. You grew up in Germany, there's a narrative that's been conditioned on y'all. You molded into a certain type of person. That government knows the caliber of people that's walking around. They know these conditions is raising these caliber people. So the only way, the reason to answer your question is why? It's profitable. It's a system. Somebody running a system. It's profitable for black people to be killed. It ain't even gotta be black people. Just to have crime. Crime is profitable. Period. It's profitable.
What do you think, what's the benefit from it? For the state, for the profit? Yeah, they get
benefit.
the drugs, they get the money.
The drug
weapons.
alone is its own profitable financial industry.
That's why the police is let them make what they're doing, or
It's facts.
facts?
I don't know if you ever seen Nino Brown, but no black person ever has a direct connect to bring drugs to a community.
Normal, yeah.
You gotta get airplane, some boat, something. No black person has that connect.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, how does it get here first?
How?
How does it even get here?
Also the weapons.
Also the weapons. How do they get here? Well, they sell guns in stores. Is it guns and drugs flooding in Germany like that?
What?
I'm saying, Germany government, so to say, is policing it more because they care more about the quality of people. America is more of a business. That's why people like y'all want to come here, because it's opportunity for money.
Yeah.
And the reason it's opportunity for money because the government doesn't care about the people. They just dumb us down, turn us into consumers. People who's just looking to be entertained, looking to be fondled with, so to say. Not people who's looking to, like your culture, is more so, or your country. Germany is raising their people to be more culturally sought out to one another. America don't do that. America is a consumer nation. Y'all all know here. That's why when y'all come here, y'all get stores. And you think, how the fuck could you be here all this time and never catch on? And you know, they tell you before you get here. They tell you about the black people. They tell you about the white people. And then y'all all know, like, why the fuck? Y'all all know that black people get laughed at for being taken advantage of, so to say. It's like, why y'all as a people don't never want to do nothing, so to say? Like, y'all just have vultures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More so looking for a vulture opportunity. But America is designed purposely to create chaos. Chaos is profit. That's my opinion. And outside of it being my opinion, I've done great research because I was always curious, coming from a place like that, why is it like this? Why?
What is the craziest thing that you saw on the street? What a man.
To me, and I see some craziest shit, but to me, one of the craziest things still is seeing a crackhead high. And they literally just, in broad daylight, they could be in the middle of traffic and they just having a moment. And they standing on 2 toes. And they'll just be like this, making some type of gesture like this. To me, that's great. Yeah, that's sad. It saddens my heart to see it. I don't even have to know the person, but I have a reflection of what could have possibly happened to them. What's the craziest thing they seen? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, going to school, or even if I was just on public transportation, just as close as we standing, somebody could casually just be standing there like this. And they drugged up. Somebody, mama, I'm talking about ass out. They walking with their ass out. Don't get me wrong, I done laughed at it a bunch of times too. Because it's normal. It's became normal.
Yeah.
But I remember being a kid and being sad behind it and being like, having friends who mama was literally on the corner getting high. My friend, his mama was participating in that. Imagine the emotional stress he go through, dealing on a day-to-day basis. Kids picking on him, calling his mama crackhead, all that type of shit. He know his mama crackhead, he can't even hide it because she literally standing out there. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy to the conditions is. It's terrible. And why? It's because really, G, life is a game. To have a heart is right. To have a conscience, at least in America. I know other places, culturally, it's normal for people to have a heart, have empathy. In America, when we see each other, I'm thinking, what are you trying to get over on? And you thinking the same. That's how we condition. And that's why everybody is like, it's like a standoff. I mean, even when you don't know somebody, you got some mutual friend got.
There's no trust in people.
And no trust, none. America got us culturally fucked up. That's by design. And that's why.
When you go on street, what do you think? Do you watch your back, or do you can just all the time?
So, because it's a normal, there are moments where you could just be having fun. But you know what we call that? Loose as hell. We call it lacking. You know what lacking is, right?
No.
You know what lacking is? Lacking like, oh, you don't even see that. Yeah, not paying attention.
Okay.
Like you just asked, am I on point or am I, for having too much fun, bro. We can literally just be. Yes, you all, to answer the question, yes, you always have to be aware. And it's very stressful to always do that. Could we go here? Oh no, I don't think we should go there because we might have to think about this and this happened. Oh, well, let's go here. Oh, you know they be over there. Yeah, that's a normal thing.
Normal thing. It's normal to think like,
yeah,
can we go there?
Yeah, super normal. Super. Just like I say, we think, what are you up to? What am I up to? That's the same thought. Should we go here? Should we go there? It's a PTSD. It's a paranoia.
What was like when you grow up? Was this every time so, or is it a thing that built?
When I was a kid, the park that I went to every day after school, I fought every day. Literally have to fight somebody.
Every day?
Every day. I remember telling my dad, I don't want to go to the park no more. He said, why? I said, because I'm going to have to fight somebody. I don't feel like fighting today. Here, I'm going to work. I got to go to the park. We on the programs at the park. Who out the bed? Oh, now I got to go up here. Kid got to process this emotion. Parents still sending me because they got to go to work. And I got to go up here and fight somebody. And I don't want to.
What was the reason to fight? Was that?
No, this the reason. I'm finna give them game. That's why I'm glad y'all, I want to know all your questions. Yeah. My daddy used to say this to me when we was kids. And I thought, it went over my head. I didn't understand when I was a kid, but I'm finna explain to you now. My daddy used to tell us that they was hungry and that they needed a hug. To me as a kid, I thought my dad was being silly, trying to make a joke of it. As an adult, the reason why is because those kids at the park and from their community, 9 out of 10 of them really are hungry as fuck. And you know when you're hungry, you get crabby, right?
Yeah.
You get grumpy. So these kids was hungry. He knew that. That was going over my head. And family situation, no love. Nobody's coming to, hey, it'll be okay, or we can do this. So that shield of a Spartan comes out. A protection mode. So everybody's is in standoff mode. So even if we at the park and we playing basketball, and by accident we just bump each other, any little thing, and it's because a lack of love, and motherfuckers hungry. They hungry. Because if every kid at the park full and love, then what's the result? Fun playing, just like the parks y'all went to. You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't know the kid, you could, and my kids live in a good neighborhood now, so I know the difference. Even as a parent, my kids can walk up, they playing with white kids. My son, the only black kid in his class. And to me, coming from where I come from, you would think, oh man, that's what I want. So he don't have to deal with my conditions. Now I look at it and look at it like,
is it better than get it out of the hood, but they're all white people? That's a different bullying.
That's a damn good question. Damn different bullying.
Is it better or
and it's
worse?
A culture shock.
Yeah.
I got him out of his culture. So, and that's what I've been seeing since it's been happening. Prior to that, I would think it was better. Yes, I thought maybe better. Now I think, hell no, I want to put him around people. But I just got to be a more protective parent. It will be tougher, but I think the nurturing is there. But I think they should have that too. I think you gotta see both sides to be the best person with the best perspective. You can't just be from this side. So that's what happened to me. I got a chance to go to the bad schools, and then because I was good at sports and shit, I had a chance to go to good schools and see the difference in the kids, in my peers, and in the teachers. And because of that, I became more qualified, more equipped, more versatile to understand shit, see shit, and reach a satisfied logic. You know what I'm saying?
What's the thing that changed you the most? That changed your mind? That changed your mindset? Like I'm like, okay, back then I was in the neighborhood. They wasn't all good to me, or in the school they wasn't all good to me. That changed my mindset. What was the mindset that you had, that you think, okay, no, that's because of love, that's because of culture, that's because of this? What was the reason?
What changed my mindset on understanding what was happening? Or what changed my mindset on me thinking that I can do better than my conditions? What you ask? Ask me the question again.
You know your kids.
Right.
Yeah? They need this and this and this. When did the mindset come?
Oh, from my childhood, from these experiences I'm giving.
That's either your parents teach you wrong way, and you know.
No, see, this one from parents, because you're a product of your environment. So my parents, just because they couldn't make enough money to bring me somewhere, that's not their fault. The resources is minor. This is why I'm telling you, a lot of people don't get a chance to get outside of the box and see what the world got to offer. Because by design, if that community is forced to keep your mind this big and make you be confrontational. So I had a father. I got a father in my life. So growing up in my community, having a father was rare. So I do have to say, because I had already had a mentor giving me intel on how to deal with shit, I think I was always ahead of what was gonna happen. And when it happened, because I heard about it and it was expressed to me, I was able to deal with it and oversee it. But being poor to me is what made me, that's what triggered me. Like, I got 3 brothers, being in the house with my brothers, and we literally all hungry and we gotta split a pizza.
Yeah.
Like, that's what made me say, I just can't when I get of age, I can't be like this. I don't want that to be the circumstance. It's like if you're in jail, you want to get out and do better after that, because you're like, I don't want to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Or you with a bad girlfriend and she break your heart. You're afraid to get in a relationship again. You know what I'm saying? So the notion of seeing my mom stress out, seeing other kids have things that I knew I didn't and should, that's what made me take life serious enough to always be like, all right, to always have a motive, to not just be dangling around like everything's okay. You know what I'm saying? Lacking.
Lacking. Okay, what was the dream job as a kid for you?
I wanted to be a cop.
And what changed your mind?
I went to jail, so I couldn't be a cop no more. I went to jail when I turned 18. But I wanted to be a cop, a narcotics officer. Have you ever seen the movie Training Day with Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
When that came out, that's when I decided, like, the power that I seen, the authority and power that the cops had in my community, they used to walk in the stores and just grab what they want and walk out. To me, I used to be like, damn, I need that type of power. So I went to school for criminal justice, then I went to jail.
Crazy. And how do you deal with stress or problems? How is it like in the hood to deal with stress, problems, or is it like normal to think, yeah, okay, I'm gonna fuck him up, or is it not normal to say this? You know, in Germany, we clear things differently.
Right.
No? The most people, when they have problems, they call the cops. And the cops come like in 5 minutes.
Right.
How would you deal with stress or problems?
So problems, I think people feel the stress to deal with it confrontational. There's this notion that I gotta show everybody else that don't play with me no more. So some type of physical confrontation has to come from it. That's the vulture nature that we living in. Like you say, y'all culture is to figure it out another way. Call the cops at worst. Out here, the cops is the last way to resolve something. You know what I'm saying? It's the last way. And so to answer the second part of the question, how do you deal with that stress? The fact that things have to go to those measures, confrontational, for something to be settled, that's very stressful in itself. When that person has to think, what do I gotta do? Do I gotta go shoot at them? Do I gotta go hurt his mom?
No, you stress yourself.
You stress yourself thinking about that shit. The fuck? They just came over here and shot my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go shoot they brother. I'm finna go do this. Cops is the last thing.
What is the last thing? Like you talk about the last thing. Is there a last thing, like everybody dead? Or what is the last thing?
Nobody has enough. Everybody's ignorant. Nobody has the sense to even have that discussion, to even be aware of where the fuck is we going. That's how good the system working from the top, from the government. That's how good it's working. That they don't never have a sense to be like, what the fuck is we doing? And that's what, to answer your question, I can't answer how that stress is measuring up on everybody. But for me, that's what it comes down to. Where is it gonna go? How does it end? And it's more relieving for me to just be passive with the shit. Separate myself from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That mean yeah. And that's why shit forced to be confrontation. So they dumb. We'll never figure it out. I ain't gonna say that. It'll happen.
Are there any rules in the hood? You know, where you grew up? Is there a rule to say, no, we don't call the cops, we're gonna make it our own way?
It's called unwritten rules.
Yeah.
So it's like people know not to go that route, but do they get followed? No, nobody's policing these rules. That's why you got shit like snitches, and you know what I'm saying, and all the other shit that cause conflict. Cause especially in 2024, the human being has changed. The gangster has changed. He's evolved like a Pokemon. And maybe not for the better, you know what I'm saying, for the worse, through that evolution. But through that evolution, the people are more likely to not follow the rules than they used to be. So ain't no rules, bro. It's a fucking savage lifestyle. If you try to follow a rule, you might lose by trying to beat it. That's why you gotta separate yourself from those people. Because if your heart is to be like that, it's more difficult to adapt and play vulture. It's super uncomfortable. It'll be easier to get around some people where you could be what you are and not be forced out of character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody can't move from their circumstances. They're literally stuck there. They don't have a friend who lives here, whose mom might take them there, and they just see something different, to think different. It'll never happen.
Well, we need to make a podcast, bro, where we sit and also translate everything. You know? Yeah. Because I need to also to understand those and to tell it in German.
All right, because I seen y'all shit was in German, I cut it right off.
Yeah,
or at least have some captions right there.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. Yeah.
That's the best footage.
Yeah.
If you good at editing,
that's the type of question.
Footage.
That's the type of questions I'm gonna go to.
I don't care where you go.
Yeah. Just to know. Just to have to. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh. Perfect. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Ich danke euch fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Video.